Hello twin flames and welcome to day 17 of the Divine Feminine Power series. So in this series we're tapping in with your higher self, your angels and your guides to help you to understand your journey, why you go through what you go through and how it affects you in your life. So thank you for being here, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. So I'm using 4 decks of cards for this series. We're using the Goddess cards because you are a goddess, the Divine Feminine Illumination, the Divine Feminine Power Messages, and Divine Feminine the Silence. Because in the silence, the best things happen. The healing comes in, the magic, everything takes place that needs to take place on this journey. But that's also where we go through our deepest fears and, our struggles too. So what do we need to know today, please, angels? So these can be things you're actually feeling or experiencing on this day in real time, or things that you've been through before, or things you may experience soon. So it's about understanding what's going on. Thank you, angels. What do we need to know, please? And I love that, they're giving me as well the number 17 is obviously about being on the right path. And that's what day 17 is. So, if you're seeing the number 17 or 717, huge sign you're on the right path and you are safe. So the message coming in today, again, I'm going to start with the Goddess cards, okay? I choose to be happy and to completely love myself today. What a beautiful message. And this journey as a Divine Feminine is a journey of self-love. We learn to love ourselves. We learn to heal ourselves through the power of our thoughts and the connection with our twin. The love that's mutual and sent through the ether. So even if they're not speaking to you or they're not kind of admitting things to you, you still feel their energy when you allow it in. Sometimes we can block it ourselves because we're wounded, we're feeling hurt or we're in pain. But when we reopen our heart, that love flows straight in and we feel that. And when we give love back to ourselves, we're really giving that love to our twin because we are one. And we choose how we feel in every moment. And when we understand that, it's very liberating. Because sometimes we feel like outside circumstances can affect if we feel happy or sad. Or other people and the way they treat us can make us feel happy or sad. But we always have a choice. We choose how we feel. Because everything that happens, even those nasty things people say, are actually a neutral thing, like a neutral thing. Not a mutual thing, a neutral thing. So if you see it as good, because you think, wow, well, that's helping me to calm down. That's actually showing me things about me. That's showing me how I can respond with love instead of lashing out back and reacting with fear. Very powerful. If we see it as, bad, then we go into negativity and we go into defensiveness and we take it the wrong way and we think we're doing something wrong for someone to treat us that way. Where in reality, hurt people hurt people. It's about wounds being healed and it's about lessons being learned. And we spoke about that yesterday. So you choose to be happy. You can choose to start your day in a high vibration. And that will allow you to feel better throughout your day and handle things better that come at you. So if you start your day feeling good, you're going to have a good day. If you start your day feeling bad or negative or in fear, then you're going to have a bad day. And the angel's saying to you, remember, fear is illusion. And I love this, okay? Fear is illusion. It's an illusion, it's not real. Magicians create illusions all the time where it looks real. We see them carving someone up in a box. We think, how can that happen? But it's an illusion. We see them pulling something out of a bag or a hat. We think, how have they done that? It's illusion. And we see something crazy good. And we think, how can that happen? That's magic. But it's illusion. So we have to know there's good illusion, but there's also bad illusion. And fear is a bad illusion because it grips us and it causes pain. It drags us down. It's toxic to our soul as a light worker. So fear it's false. It's a false experience appearing real. Now, some people say it's false evidence appearing real, which means things you see. You may see something occurring on social media, And that's false evidence, okay? Because, social media is kind of a platform of lies. And I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm talking about Facebook. People put things up there that they have had to consciously create. It may have took 2 hours to create the perfect selfie. So it's not authentic. So that's what I'm saying, social media can be kind of this false environment. So for example, if you see a really happy picture of you and, your twin and their karmic partner, it could be totally false. In other words, the karmic partner shot it and shared it, and it's not really how they feel at all. Remember, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So it's a false evidence. False experiences are the way we process everything, because an experience is something we are experiencing in every moment. So this is why the angels give me those words, false experiences, because everything we are going through is an experience. This moment now is an experience. You watching this video is an experience you are having. It's not evidence. It's an experience. It's how you feel. It's how you're responding to the information being given to you. It's how you're responding to me and the connection that you are feeling through this reading with heaven. So it's an experience. When you look at social media, it's an experience you are having through your point of view and your perception. And that's why perception creates reality. Because you could look at that and think that's complete hogwash. I don't believe that at all. Or you could think, oh no, that's the way it is. So you have to learn to see through the illusion, because the illusion is fear and fear is illusion. It's a false experience appearing real. And fear can only live in two places: the past that can't be changed or the future that hasn't yet occurred. It cannot survive in the now. And that's why great gurus like Eckhart Tolle say the power is in the now. That's why Abraham Hicks talks about the now, because that's where we are conscious and that's where we are consciously creating in each moment. So fear is illusion. So this message is saying to you, I choose to be happy and to completely love myself today, knowing that fear is illusion. We create things in our mind, we overthink, we blow things out of proportion. The fear, the ego, which is where the fear originates from, creates what if scenarios. What if I never see them again? What if they don't love me? What if it's all made up in my head? What if it isn't real? And we have to say, well, so what to the ego? So what to the fear? You know your truth. What's the worst can possibly happen? Nothing, because that's just something you are creating in your mind. So before I carry on, I want to bring in, where the cards here, this one's moving, so I'm taking that one. I want to bring in the silence deck, because this can obviously be the fears that we go through during the silent times. Let me move these cards. So we say to ourselves, where were you? Okay? So fear, where were you? And this is what happens when they make plans, okay? And they don't turn up, or they don't show up, or they don't show up for you in your life or your day. Where were you? So it's not where are you, okay? Thinking what they're doing. It's where were you? Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I was going through pain and struggle? Where were you when I needed you the most? And the angels are always reminding you that during those times, you need space too. You may not be aware of it, okay? But from a spiritual perspective, you need that space too, because your twin never really saves you. We see our twin sometimes as a knight in shining armour. We think that they can rescue us and make everything okay, but really, we rescue ourselves. We don't need our twin to show us that everything's okay, because we receive that anyway from heaven. So the angels are coming through saying very clearly, sometimes when we feel like we need them the most is where we need ourselves the most, where we need to find our faith the most, where we need our angels the most. So we don't really need our twin at all. That's a misguided perception. And our twin being around us during those moments can actually cause more harm than good, because they may not be in the right vibration to actually give you what you need in that moment. They're giving me scenarios like when you go through grief, you lose a loved one, or you go through a health issue, or you go through a massive change and your masculine isn't there. And you're thinking, why weren't you there when I needed you? Why weren't you there on my birthday, or when my mum died, or when these things happened? But the truth is that those are the moments where you need space the most, because that's when you need to connect with yourself and source. And I've got angel bumps just saying it because I know it's true. They're showing it to me. And I'm going over things in my past in my mind when I wish George had been there. Or, even a catalyst I was with at the time. Because catalysts mirror the masculine so closely because you're so close to union. But it's because you need your own space too. Just go back in your mind, even if you have to pause the video, and think about a time when you needed your twin, or when you felt like you really needed your twin and you were thinking, where were you? That was the moment when you found yourself, when you realised that you are a warrior and that you can get through this on your own or with the help of family or friends. It's all illusion. Thinking you need your twin is actually illusion, because they're always inside of you. And when we realise that, it's liberating. It's so powerful. And that's when union comes in. And really, even though you're thinking, where were you? You're in the space, in that time where you have time to kind of process and calm down, you think, well, I hope you're okay. Very powerful, because that shows your power as a divine feminine, that even when they've caused you pain and weren't there for you, you're still wondering if they're okay. I hope you're okay. Is everything okay? Is your health okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you okay? Because you want what's best for your twin too, because that's wanting what's best for you. The message is, it is safe for you to be powerful. I love that. It's safe. It's one of my favourite affirmations. I am safe. Whenever you go through fear, or the ego brings in struggle, or anything that brings an imbalance into your energy, use the affirmation, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. And when you feel safe, you can work harder on things that, maybe you've struggled with before, like being powerful. The angel's saying to you, it's safe for you to be powerful. And your power is power. It's the power you get from heaven that you kind of bring out from within. Your light, your radiance, your kind of, energy of power. It's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. And Archangel Gabriel is all around this energy of this card, because Archangel Gabriel helps you stand in your power, to speak your truth, to be authentic, to defend yourself and stand up for what you believe in and set boundaries, but to do it in a very kind, calm, loving and compassionate way. So you are heard and understood through your kindness. In other words, you don't have to be nasty to people. Kindness is the most powerful thing. And there's a song by Selena Gomez, Kill 'Em With Kindness. Okay? So what is actually more powerful is being kind to people and loving to people when they are trying to hurt you or cause pain to you. That will kind of trigger them more, because that triggers their spiritual awakening. Remember, what triggers heals. So if someone's been evil to you or nasty to you, and I get it all the time on the channel, but yeah, kill them with kindness. You don't mean to kill them at all, but in other words, you just kind of shoot that down by being kind and being empathetic and understanding and compassionate. And they think, ooh, and that may trigger them because they may want a fearful reaction. But remember, fear is illusion. They may get triggered because they wanted you to lash out too. And you're not, you're being kind. So they're thinking, wow, that tells them something about themselves, because they have to heal that aspect of themselves that isn't being kind. It's very powerful. And she's holding, it looks like an owl, but there's also the element of a dove here, a dove owl. So our wisdom brings us peace because we realise this truth, okay, that you are a powerful being, you are a divine feminine, you are a divine creator. You are here to work your light and shine bright. So it's safe for you to be powerful. So the angels will create a safe zone around you and within you where you can speak your truth and be authentic and be you, but to do it with kindness and to do it with love, because the way you feel is always real. And I love this. And this is why you're being guided to remember that fear is illusion, because we can make it real by the way we feel. If we're going into fear and it's affecting us, it's making us anxious and worried, then we feel that and it makes it feel very real to us. So we have to learn to see through the illusion. And the way we do that is to take a step back and to become the observer and see things in a different light. To realize that we are always growing and always learning and we are always safe. And then we can let go and go with the flow. So let go and let it flow. So instead of worrying about it, pray about it. The angels are very clear. If you've got time to sit there worrying and stressing out, you've certainly got time to pray. And all prayer is asking for help. You don't necessarily have to pray, if you don't really believe in that or feel that you need to do it that way. Just say, angels, help me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the fear away. Thank you for replacing it with faith. Thank you for giving me strength and power in this moment today. Thank you for helping me to feel what's real. Thank you for helping me to feel the power of this love. That's prayer. When you ask, it is given. So let go and let it flow. Trust the journey of your life to unfold beautifully in divine timing. And sometimes for that to happen, for us to let go and trust, we have to forgive. But we have to forgive ourselves, because we can forgive everyone else on this journey, but not really realize that we have to forgive ourselves for all the pain we've endured. Remember, it's illusion. We've given ourselves that pain through our thoughts, the way we've viewed the situation or the thing going on. So forgive yourself for that, for all the times you may have been through unnecessary fear or unnecessary pain or unnecessary struggle. Forgive yourself. It's okay. This is the Ho'oponopono prayer. When we look into a mirror and we look deep into our eyes and we really see there our inner child staring back, or our higher self. And we apologize to ourselves for what we've done. We say, I'm sorry. And we really mean it. And we say, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So you're apologizing to your own self that you need to apologize to the blocked throat chakra. Because when we realize this, it clears things up. And it's hard. It causes tears. Sometimes when we forgive ourselves, really forgive ourselves, it brings all these kind of feelings up. That's why mirror work is so powerful. And Louise Hay did a whole book on that mirror work. Looking in the mirror and actually feeling it. It brings emotion up because you're actually looking at yourself. And remember, that's what the masculines have to do a lot. They have to look in the mirror because they may not be facing their mirror, their true self, which is really you as well. But when we forgive, we connect with our inner child. We connect with the essence of ourselves. And it can be very painful. And that's why they just give me that reaction there. So don't expect it to be easy. Okay? The first time you look at them in the mirror, really look at yourself. Not in a, oh, my hair's nice, or my hair needs colouring, or anything like that. When you really look at yourself, it's heart-wrenching. Because you realise just how much you may have hurt yourself throughout the years. When I give up smoking cigarettes, I asked my lungs to forgive me. Okay? And I actually looked in the mirror and I was like, I can't believe that I've put myself through that for all those years. And that's why it felt repellent to me. And that's the power of heaven. They help you to quit any addiction so that you don't even desire it anymore. Same with alcohol. Apologise to my kidney and to my, liver and everything, all the bits in me. And I was like, I can't believe I've just done that to myself for so long. So forgive. So again, it's not just about forgiving yourself connected with your twin. It could be how you've treated your body, things you've done, past behaviour. Forgive yourself. What matters is now. The past is gone. Can't be changed. It can only be accepted. So look in the mirror today and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Because you do. You love yourself. You have to on this journey. Not in a vain way, but in a really honouring, cherishing, nurturing way, where you really look at yourself for who you are, for the warrior that you are, the powerhouse of emotion that you are, this beautiful being that you are and that you are becoming. So forgive yourself today because you've done nothing wrong and you really haven't. And the masculine say that constantly to you. They say through the energy, it's not you, it's me. I run from myself, not you. Don't take it personally. So another message here to not take it personally and to forgive yourself if you have, knowing that nobody compares to you. And this is really beautiful because when we really learn to love ourselves and we really start giving back to ourselves, we realise that nobody does compare to us. So that's how we feel valuable and we feel strong, and we also let go because we realise all is well. Because your masculine does want you. Because nobody compares to you. No karmic partner, no job, no friend. Nothing compares to you. And giving. So the way we overcome all this fear and the way we focus on love and power and gratitude and healing is by giving of service. People say to me all the time, how did you get through the pain to move into union? It was focusing on service, focusing on giving back to myself and loving me, but also giving to others and helping others and being of service to the world. It says, I am always giving myself love and attention. So what you give to yourself, really your twin will receive too, because you are one. So if you're kind of hurting because you're kind of looking at your twin and you're blaming them for everything, really you're blaming yourself, but you're not seeing it clearly. Or if you're in pain and you're projecting everything to them, it's what you're going through inside. So the way you feel is always an indicator of what's going on inside. And it's always an opportunity to observe your feelings and your emotions and say, why is this making me feel this way? What is this showing me about me? And then you kind of access the inner being of you. It says, the more I give to myself as much as I give to others, the less depleted I feel and the more joyous I become. This is a beautiful deck by Sandra here. So the more you give, okay, the more you give to yourself, the more you have to give to others. And the less depleted you feel and the more joyous you become. On this journey, we can feel depleted because we're giving so much. We're giving to others, we're giving to our twin, we're giving energy, and we just need a break. So learn to kind of understand when you are feeling depleted so that you can give back to yourself and give yourself a break. Turn off your phone, stop thinking about your twin and give back to you because you deserve your love more than anyone else. Clarity. And this is all about clarity. So when we realise that fear is illusion, we gain clarity. When we let go and let it flow, we gain clarity. When we realise how powerful we are and that we are safe, we gain clarity. It says, I am meditating. So a great way to release fear, to be more in the now and to connect with your truth is through meditation. Don't hate, meditate. That's a card from, I think it's one of Kyle Gray's decks. It says, with the knowledge that a cluttered and constantly busy mind creates fog, you are making it a habit to practice stillness and quiet the mind in order to gain clarity. So in other words, procrastination, overthinking, I need space too. So when you need space, it's because you need to clear your mind. You need to breathe. You need room. Because sometimes in our busy lives, we have a constantly cluttered mind. And we're constantly on the go. We're constantly thinking about things. So when we have space too, we allow ourselves to breathe and relax and release. And that's through meditation, walking in nature, breath work, having a rest, watching your favourite show, having a hot chocolate, doing what makes you feel good and that brings you back into joy and clarity. And it removes the brain fog. We get brain fog on this journey because sometimes we're too close to everything to see. Think about when you're in the fog, you can't see anything. But when you move out of that fog, you can see again. So it's about doing things that help you to see. And remember, sight isn't just with the eyes, it's with the third eye, it's the way you feel, it's everything. And in the stillness, when you make it a habit to practice stillness and quiet your mind, you gain clarity. So we have to make it a practice. Sometimes we're that busy, we think, I haven't got time. I haven't got time to meditate, I haven't got time. We have to make time. And if we call an Archangel Metatron the time angel, he will help you have the time. He will expand time for you and give you what you need. And that's how we make the right choice. And the choice here is, I choose to be happy. I choose to completely love myself today. And I choose to love myself completely by forgiving myself and to bringing in power. It says, as a result of learning that your thoughts create your reality, you are consciously making the choice to let go of the negative thoughts, so to bring more positivity into your life. I am choosing positive thinking. So positive thinking brings in positive things. The better you feel, the better things are. And it's the truth. I've had days where I've been positive and days where I've been negative. And I've always much more preferred the positive days. And that's a choice we make. And, a lot of you on the channel say to me, "Ooh, you're so positive all the time. You see the positive in everything." But that's a choice I make. That's something I've learned to do through repetitive habit. When I've noticed a negative feeling coming up, catching it. And it's helped me to deal with things through my life. It's helped me to deal with my mum's death better. It's helped me to deal with the house move better and all the challenges we go through every day. So when we choose to think positive, we consciously become the manifestor of our reality. And that's how we create the life we want. And all of these things move you closer to union and bring you into alignment with who you truly are. So take back your power today by forgiving yourself, loving yourself, and choosing to be you. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.